How about Auburn, Stephen? This was a tough one, but low expectations for many, but still, I gave the offense an F. And transition, rotating quarterbacks, they got tanked. They had a terrible offensive line, but I just I can't recall a time except maybe the Ole Miss game where I'm sitting here saying, "Wow, this is an explosive unit." I mean, one game is all that I can think of outside of the cupcake game. So, what grade did you give Auburn's offense?
I gave him a D. And I think for one reason that maybe helped it go from F to D was actually the way they played late in the season after Brian Harsin was fired. I thought Cadillac Williams, Ike Hilliard, and that staff just getting that offense to be somewhat productive, giving the quarterback situation, personnel losses. You look at their scoring in November, 28.5 points a game. That was their best, kind of mark of the season, given the matchup. So I think there was a little bit of a late season surge that gave them a little bit of an uptick in grade for me. So I think a D. Low expectations coming in, not great production. So a D, I think, feels about right.
Stephen, I can't believe I forgot all about this, but my God, Cadillac has got a win over Jimbo Fisher. Oh, but how does that happen? I mean, God, I don't think I'll ever get over that.
No, man. Hey, that's one of the reasons why I gave them a little bit of an uptick in the grade was they made something out of almost nothing given the personnel deficiencies this season. I mean, I expected Auburn to kind of have just a very run focused offense. They'd be solid, kind of play low scoring games this season. It didn't work out under Brian Harsin. He was fired. The staff came in, and of course, they won that game against A&M, competitive against Mississippi State. Robbie Ashford made some nice throws against Alabama. So all that to be said, the month of November was key for getting Auburn from an F to a D in my grades.
So how about the defense? It was a tough one for me. I love players like Derek Hall. I thought he's one of the best defensive linemen in the SEC, but again, not a ton of standout performances, even though there were games where they kind of bowed up and were definitely the stronger unit, I thought. So I gave them a C minus. What's the grade you gave Auburn's defense?
C minus. I actually, like I said, I hate to be boring here and agree with you, but that I think given the personnel and given the production on the stat sheet, guys like Derek Hall, and of course they had a lot of transfers lost before the season. They brought some in. I thought maybe there was a little bit more talent than the stat sheet ended up showing at the end of the year. Of course, they were pretty good against the pass, not so good against the run, which was kind of surprising, I think, given coming into the season. So I think C minus, given the, like I said, production and personnel is about where I think they fall.